Welcome back, everyone. So let's talk about that how we can configure Azure AI Foundry from Azure portal. So as we create other resources, we will create Azure AI Foundry, or we will configure Azure AI Foundry from this search. So you just need to type in here Azure AI Foundry, and once you will click on this, then this window will appear with you with multiple options. So you have to click on this create a resource, and as you provide or configure any other Azure resource, you just need to provide this basic configuration here. So here you can provide the namespace. I've already this one, and you should provide a unique name. So in my case, it could be uh, Azure AI Foundry demo, and then leave rest of the other things as it is. And this could be the first project name, right? So you can provide demo AI Foundry project, right? And click next. Leave these network setting as it is, and then leave this one as it is as well. Okay, and then leave this one as well. And now my validation will execute, and Azure will validate all the information which I have provided. And if everything works fine, then it will allow me to create the Azure AI Foundry resource. So let's wait. So my validation got failed, right? So let's see that what is the reason. So it's saying the subdomain name Azure AI Foundry demo is not available here. Okay, so you just need to uh, keep this unique demo by Imran, right? Let's make it unique here. Okay, so let's try to validate again. Okay, so you can see here that my validation passed through, and this create button is enabled. So you just need to uh, create the resource. So it will take few minutes, around 10 minutes to create it. And once it is created, then this window will appear in front of you. So because I have already created it, so that's why uh, I didn't create it from my uh, recent activity. So you can see here that this window will appear with these options. So you have the resource group, you have this option, go to the portal. So you can go to the portal from couple of places, from here or from here. So once you will click on this, then it will lead you towards this screen. So here, um, that's the name of my project which I provided, while configuring the Azure AI Foundry resource. And then this is the key which I will use later on to integrate with my resources. And then this is the basically API documentation. We will talk about that part later on, that how you can utilize Azure AI Foundry after deploying it and integrate it with your application, right? So this is a very first step, and then in the model catalog you have this leaderboard. From here you can see the different models, right, with different stats. So for example, if I click on this GROC uh, dash 4, then you can see here that we have the different stats available for each model. So you can choose your model according to how you need it. So you can see the accuracy is also, the quality is also basically appearing here. And there are a variety of different model options at the bottom, right? So you can select according to your own choice. So in the second tab, sorry, it's a third tab, right? So you have this option. So here you have the chat playground, video playground, and lots of other options. So we will talk about these later on, but you can choose any uh, you know uh, anything according to your own choice. In agents, you will get the option to deploy your model, right? So this window will appear in front of you. From here you can choose any model you want, right? And whatever the model you will choose, you just need to select and deploy it, right? So it will deploy the model, and you can utilize that model in the playground previously, which we saw. So we will configure the model in few minutes. So in the other options, we have these templates available on the GitHub, from where you can do following activities. So we will utilize these templates later on in our upcoming videos. And then you have the fine tune part, from where you can fine tune your model, which you have already deployed. And from the observe and optimization, you can you trace the performance of your model. You can trace that how your model is performing, and you can have you can have a complete set of sequence that how your model is performing, right? So this will help you a lot when you are working on a RAG, right? And then you can monitor the performance of your model from this option. So we will come to these parts later on. And then you in the project and a governance, you have different options to monitor your model, and do the governance of your model accordingly. So now let's deploy the AI agent, and let's go to the playground. So for here, what I will do, I will select for Omni, right? And confirm. Okay, and let's deploy this one. Okay, that is the name of my model. So I will keep it as it is, and I will deploy it. It will take a few minutes to deploy. Okay. So once your model is deployed successfully, then you have this option on your screen. So what you can do, you can select this, and you will have this agent ID, right? And then the name of your agent, and you can see there are a variety of different options at the bottom, but leave them as it is. And let's try this model in the playground, right? So let it be load. So that's the agent playground. So once your agent playground is ready, then you can start the chat. You will have this option, and at the bottom you can start the chat with your model, right? So what you can do, let's say hi. So it will generate the token, right? Let's do, and you will see these options first time when you will configure the model. So it's saying, hello, how I can assist you today. And you can create the new thread. You can see that's the ID of your thread, and you can view the sample code here, and you can open the sample code in Visual Studio as well, right? So let's close it, and you can delete that thread as well. So now let's go to the playground, because we have now deployed and configured our agent. So let's create here. Okay, so you are in the chat playground, and from here you can chat with your model, right? So what you can do, just how many days in Feb 2025, right? So it will generate the response accordingly. So you can see here it is saying that it's 28 days, so it was not a leap year. So in the model instruction window, you can instruct your model to entertain the queries or the respond according to your own choice. So let me give the instructions to my model, and I will say you are an AI agent which will add two values and don't do anything else, right? And you can apply the change. So now your model will behave accordingly, because you have instructed it. So let's say which is the capital of US, and once you will type, so you can see here, uh, it is saying that I'm here to add two values, please provide me the values. So I would like to, you would like me to add, so it is not basically responding my queries, right? So you can say, uh, add two numbers, 2 plus 2, right? And let's generate the response. So you can see that it generated the response, and it is just, behaving according to how I have instructed that model, that what the activity this model can do. And in our upcoming video, we will configure the model to entertain and generate the SQL queries for us.